I'm not done with you. I barely even started. I'm not done with you. I'm barely even started. And you won't even know what hit you when I'm done. I'm not done with you. I'm barely even started. I'm not done with you. I barely even started. I'm not done with you. I'm barely even started. And you won't even know what hit you when I'm done.
Put them in the car.
Almost there?
You put them in the car.
I'm just waiting then I have to reach Jono. Jono has to get the green light.
Yeah, the media are probably going to tell them that and front-wheel drive when it begins with red, splitter and stuff. These guys.
How's it guys? Welcome to Vilaca Racing. My name's Cass, I'm one of the promo girls. This is my second event that I've worked with Vilaca. I have to say it's a flippin' wonderful team to be a part of. We're here today at SWAT Corps for the Time Attack Challenge. It's one of the many events that they host over the year. We have cars from Audis, M4s, M3s. We have the JDM boys, we got the Porsche GC3s. Any car, it's here at SWAT Corps, it's here with Vilaca, it's part of the family. I have to say it is a great team to be a part of. I'm very excited to be a part of them with this journey. And yeah, flippin' welcome to the race. Go have a look at the track, it's gonna be flippin' cool, man. I have been here for a little bit, maybe an hour or two. I have to say the Supra in the bay behind me did catch my eye, that's flippin' cool. There's also a Porsche and a Lotus that's on the track today, which are gonna be flippin' awesome. A lot of the JDM boys, a lot of Beamers to look forward to, but I have to say the Supra is quite eye-catching. So I think when I started in the car community, it was very basic. I have some friends, they have a GR Yaris and a Subaru. I was very new to the industry and I was like, I love fast cars, so why the hell not learn more about them? And then I got involved with Faye and Jono at Vilaca, and they welcomed me onto their team. And it's just been so great, to learn about the cars, to learn about the mechanical aspects that go into it. It's flippin' fantastic. You see a fast car on the road normally and you're like, whoa, I wonder what's behind the engine. And it's quite cool when you learn more about it. I'd hope so. The dream is to start maybe in a little Mini Cooper S, maybe tune it out a bit, slap a turbo on that bad boy, and then hopefully build up from there. I have indeed. I'm thinking blacked out interior, maybe with the red racing stripes, just got to keep it clean and classic. So Vilaca, like I said, we mostly do the time attack challenges. I think our next event is actually at Kyalami. So it's basically just a whole bunch of drivers getting together, a bunch of people in the community getting together, going around the track, kind of a little bit of a competition, whose car's better than whose, but we love that, a friendly competition. So I think today at SWAT Corps, you can expect to just see a bunch of cool cars out on the track, meet a bunch of cool people, and just have a good day, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome.
So my name's Sean Crew. I've got a Renault Megane RS 275 Finale. It's the last of the RS Megane 3s ever made. It's half race prepared, full on race suspension, racing brakes, a few mods, but other than that it's stock with a decent map and running semi-slick race tyres. So it's sort of half street car, half race car. With the BMW race series, run a few tournaments there, and then Jono set up VR, and this has become the big thing to do. Do you know what? I think anyone who races and drives are the same, but it's far more accessible here. It's more fun, it's more affordable, it's less snobby. Yeah. It's not such a, in the UK it's a bit of a status thing, which, not for me. I prefer this. People are more relaxed and chilled, but also take their racing seriously. Being out there, I'm in modified street front wheel drive. I'm leading the tournament at the moment, so I won my first race at Red Star. I'm currently lying fourth. I'm about half a second off the pace, so I got a bit of work to do. Guy leading, Peter Pinar, I'm not going to touch him. My mate Rorik and another Renault, he's quick today. So there's a guy called Johnny who I'm about a 0.2 or 3 away from. So I've got to get into the shootout today, which is a top 3. I'm lying fourth. But I've been taking passengers, so I think I've got another half second in me when I go on my own, which will be just now. If young kids love cars and sport, it's a great way to focus yourself, focus your mental agility and ability, and, you know, improve yourself in all ways. You know, it's a very focused sport, and I think it's very good for the mind. It's a good outlet too for any other things you're dealing with in your life. That's what I do. If I'm having a bit of stress at work, I can't wait to get to the track and let it all go.
Sure, so my name's Anthony. I drive the 2005 Subaru STI. Fully built. Sparta Speedtech is my company. So we modify and do all the performance upgrades on the Subaru. Yeah, lightweight, roll cage, race car, make some decent power. So yeah, we found out about them about 2 years ago. Just on Facebook by chance, you know, watching fast car videos. And yeah, we've always just, you know, kept it on the streets and never really put the car to its limit, and thought it would be a change, you know, to use the car what it's made for. Started from a young age, man. So my dad was involved obviously in workshops. From a young age, we started turbocharging and modifying cars. And then obviously when I was able to drive my first car, you know, the passion just starts from there. Intimidating at first, you know, especially because we've never been track racing before. Well, when I say before, we've started this officially last year. But the guys are great sportsmanship. It's really a nice series to start getting, you know, track focused. Everyone's super helpful. You know, whenever you need a hand, it doesn't matter who you talk to, they're definitely there to help you. Definitely is a community, a family, I definitely say that. And like I say, if you really want to start getting into track racing and track focused, VR is the place to start it. But the Audi A3 3.2 that's been supercharged, it's also something that we built in the garage. Obviously Giovanni's fantastic RS6, you know, you can't beat that. And then yeah, Johnny in the Supra, he's the top competitor at the moment. So a lot of Subarus, a lot of built Subarus. So yeah, it's quite diverse, you know, you got the German, the Jap, 4-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, so the limits are endless what you can bring to enter. 4-wheel drive. It's a quick cheat, so yeah, really enjoy the 4-wheel drive series. So we've done our first session, we did a 111, not optimal, we want to do a little bit better, try and finish in the 108s. Teething problems, we have done a few modifications to the car since the last event at Red Star. So yeah, we'll just push at it and see where we can end up.
So what's the goal?
108.
108.
108.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing you can do it, you're almost there.
We'll give it a bash, yeah.
Let me just take the corner.
3 seconds is 3 seconds, man.
It's a lifetime dream.
For sure, definitely.
Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, go through the phase to get where we pray. We champion made, ain't nothing I changed. The streets that we paved, they throwing parades. Hey, nobody can hate on.
My name is Johnny Nicolau. I've used to race bikes as a youngster and instruct as well, so I kind of got into this car culture because obviously I'm a bit older now and I don't bounce as well, so you know what I mean, it's a bit of fun in that. I started the VR series probably about 3-4 years ago. I entered the first race and then I was kind of on street tires, really enjoyed it, really had fun, and then just progressively gone into it and just gotten better and built a car around the series, and yeah, just enjoy it. That's what it is, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good fun, it's a good way to learn how to drive, to explore the limits of traction and dynamics of a vehicle in a safe environment versus trying to do it on the road. So it's yeah, it's good fun, and I praise everyone. Everyone should do it. At least do a track day in your car and understand, because people forget like cars are capable, but the drivers aren't sometimes. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Probably this is my probably fourth year. I was doing some events on and off, and then I think this is the second year or the third year where I'm doing all of them. I was a champion last year and the champion before. So the series is growing, definitely growing, and there's a lot of new guys coming around to actually to experience it and try, I don't say, invest time in understanding how things work, you know what I mean? So it's not always about going fast and about the massive lap time and that. We all are competitive, but I think the main thing is getting behind like understanding of how the dynamics of a car work, how traction works, how your braking is, and how why you affecting tire pressures affects how you go, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of detail behind it, but series is growing and it's getting probably even busier as it goes, and yeah, it must stay, because it's good for people to come have fun in it, and once again in an extremely safe environment, you know what I mean? It's not door-to-door racing, so you do your time attack, you do your lap time, you race against yourself, against the clock. So yeah, that safety margin goes down massive, you know what I'm trying to say, in terms of like you not hitting another car, or another car hitting you and stuff like that. But yeah, so series is just going to go from strength to strength. I see it, and I mean I've been here 4 years and it just gets better and better and better, and also the event is run top notch. I mean it's on point, it's on time. It's really a class act, so Johnny really does a good job about getting things done right in that. Let's hope, but like I mean, look, it's I've had a bit of time and experience, so someone must come along, and then also John's car is also broken as well, so when he comes there'll be more competition for me as well, and the series won't be as like easy, should we say, you know what I mean? But it's really a joy to participate in this event, and also like hands to it, you know what I mean? Like, this car's been a dream as well, so it doesn't give me a day's shit. It's really been a master. Like, I've been so happy with it. So yeah, Kalami, world class without a doubt. I used to do a lot of racing at Pekisa. Love Pekisa. Unfortunately, as with everything, it hasn't been looked after, but it's such a brilliant track, also fast. I would say next would probably be, look, I haven't done, if we're talking about Gauteng here, I'd probably say next would be Swartkops. And then last on my list would probably be Red Star, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of the very, very short, tight tracks, because we have Formula K. But anyways, a good driver is fast everywhere, no doubt. You know what I mean? You can't be fast at one circuit and then in the tighter stuff, because then it's the car advantage. But those are my favorites. Kalami is literally, it's a world-class circuit without a doubt. To bring it, they need to bring people here. They must get it done in that. And like I said, it's a well-maintained circuit. It has to be done, you know what I mean? So it's a must. It's a must. I did a 1 minute 06 flat. So it is quick. Yes, it's relatively quick. There's still some more in it. But again, remember something, we do this as a passion and as a hobby. I still want to take my car home. I still want to get home in one piece as well, you know what I mean? So it's 8/10. You with me what I'm trying to say, versus going like all balls to the wall and just, making a stupid mistake for nothing. So yes, it is a fast time, and it's done on Bridgestone. So look, the car is also capable. I mean, hands down to it. It's a good driver, good car. You get a good lap time, you know what I mean? I reckon don't give up, I mean, things are a bit like not easy, but financially things are difficult, but you mustn't give up. You must carry on persisting and trying it, and like build a dream, get into karting, do a bit of karting, understand if you like it, and then from there you can kind of build up from there, and like, you know what I mean? If you're a good driver with sponsors, you can kind of get into it and sort of build up from there. But financially, racing, as we know, motorsport is an expensive thing, so it's not to say that it's you know what I mean, you're just going to get into a go-kart and go balls to the wall. So but you got to carry on fighting with it, and don't give up. That's basically what it is.
Then on the podium. On the podium. But you also appear. One foot, yeah, there you go. Right, so small story, just so everybody knows. Mr. Sean James Hunt Crew. Which now the rules must change because we have to have ballast and weight advantage.
Oh no,
I left
I
it
have
at
to
home.
make some.
Sorry.
I have to make some.
Sorry, I left it.
Okay, but this is all for me. So
Okay, cheers.
No, they're going to interview you after. I'm an idiot. I like racing. I do motorsport for stupidity fun and.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
there
I
you
was
go.
a child, I had a dream about racing.
Yeah, I dropped on my head playing and.
And then in the background, I had a dream.
We're gonna put an editor.
Oh, bloopers. Okay, no, cool. When Jono Vilaca got involved in motorsport at a young age of 7 years old. Got a go-kart from my father as a bit of a present, and raced until the age of 17. And yeah, did a lot of karting, a lot of racing, and many years after I stopped racing, started Vilaca Racing now. Yeah, so we started Vilaca Racing just after COVID. On the 1st of August 2020 was our first event, where restrictions were still limited to groups of 50. And we had 40 cars, 40 drivers, and 10 essentially staff and marshals, shoestring event. And from those days, those early days, it's come a long way. It's been quite a journey. Yeah, if I think back now to, I mean, from 2020 to 2025 now, the event has grown. We have had quite a number of participants. Fortunately, unfortunately, we've had a lot of new people come through, and we had a lot of people leave for immigration and so forth. But we're looking forward. We definitely a growing sport. We're enthusiastic about motorsport. We love what we do. Events are tough, and things are noisy. So time attack is a form of motorsport that is about setting the fastest lap time. It's not about competing wheel to wheel. It's new in the country. We are the only series that does it, so we are the best series, I feel, in a way as well, in the way we do things. The format of the day is everybody gets an equal amount of time on track. There are 8 classes throughout the day that run, and everybody gets, like I mentioned, an equal amount of time on track, 15-minute sessions. And at the end of the day, what we do is we do a super lap shootout, which is a 1 warm-up, 2 hot laps, and that's what puts the podium out for the day. I did it just to be a dick.
I have friends like that.
Just to be a dick. Hosting an event is quite a challenge. I mean, I don't have an event background. Really, I have a motorsport background. I have engineering background. That is my profession. I'm an engineer by trade. Motorsports is just a passion and something I grew up doing, and I've always loved, always been involved with cars. To do an event on this scale, on this size, it takes a lot of organizing, a lot of moving parts. We have some really great sponsors and partners involved in the series to see that we have the success we have, and we have the numbers that we have, and to get to this point and to get to a stage of this takes a lot of nerve, a lot of guts in a way. I mean, because it's financially expensive. But when we've got a good, fantastic group of guys as competitors as well that support us no matter what. And I think we run a very different type of event. We run a very well organized and well lubricated machine. And I think that stems from the engineering background of being very disciplined and being well organized. To put something in the magnitude like this, like I mentioned, takes a lot of moving parts. I mean, on a day like today, we've got almost 30 people employed to to make sure that it runs the way it does. And if everybody does their task and does their effort, puts their effort into doing what they're hired to do, we have a successful day. It's always challenging. There's always hiccups in the day. It is motorsport. It is motor racing. Nobody's perfect. Nobody drives perfect. But I think if we handle it with care and with respect to the drivers and the drivers to us as organizers, there's nothing that we don't achieve on the day, and we have a successful day. So I mentioned, obviously having good sponsors and good partners. Sean from Landella Investments, he registered for the series beginning of the year. He came to our essentially what is a kickoff event, social kickoff event at Bridgestone. It's also one of our sponsors. And I think Sean, from what he saw at the registration day, I think saw potential, and I think he saw the way that we want to do things, and the potential that we have if we have the right partners. So if I can just introduce Sean into this. Sean just decided on the spot, on the day, that he was going to join the series. He was going to partner up with us, and it's really been great. I mean, I really thank Sean a lot, because I've leaned on him as a new sponsor, and he's never let me down. And he's really trying and pushing for us to become even bigger and get other people involved and other companies involved. And it's just remarkable that somebody can come to an event and see exactly where we're going and what we're trying to do, just from a registration day.
I think you had a good calling today, 68 people.
Yeah.
Or 68 cars.
Yeah.
So I think it's the biggest we've had this year.
Yeah, so we had 64 Red Star. We had 69 today.
Good year.
Yeah.
Good
We've
year.
got 76 registered drivers for the series. Obviously, the next event will be at Formula K Raceway on the 5th of July. And that will be...
probably the goal.
I think 100 is always ambitious. I think if we can be consistent, I think that's what's always been one of the key things with us. We've always been consistently good with entries. We've always been consistently good. And I was having a good conversation with one of our competitors today that came to my very first event back in 2020 in August. And I said to him, from the 40 original guys, we still have more than half of them coming to the events 6 years on. So, I think it also is testament to how we do things and how we look after our competitors, because that is always one of the most important, that is to me the most important thing, to make sure that our competitors are looked after, to make sure our sponsors are looked after, and everybody gets what's due to them and what's fair about it.
I think if it does come, it will generate a lot of income for the South African tourism market, first of all. Second of all, it's very good for motorsport. It just depends where they're going to have it. Are they going to have it at Kyalami, or are they going to have it in Cape Town? They can't make up their minds at the moment. So, and the longer it takes, I think they might shoot us in the foot. So we need to make sure that we can go forward. This will be pivotal for motorsport. If we could have that, then the follow-on for the German series, which they're talking about, the DTMs, they want to bring that here. But we've got to make sure that we're prepared for this. And the way that VR is done for us is very good for the normal guy in the street. But when it comes to that, that's a totally different ball
Level,
game.
yeah.
And I would love to see it, really. Big Formula One fan. Like I said to you, whether it's 2 wheels, 4 wheels, I love them all. So I think it would really be good for us, but it's a decision that the FIA has to make. They've got to make that whole decision. The Formula One decision is theirs. And if we could possibly keep the crime rate down, it might do us a bit of justice, and we might be able to get something. But yeah, it's a dream. We can dream, and I hope the dream comes true.
2 hours later.